Good morning, everybody, and this is your Forex day trade setups for today. So starting off with EurUsd, and we're pretty much still in the channel at the moment. The channel is being pretty well respected. Remember, we've got this line in sand here of 117.953 that would validate a double top if we break, and it would also break the channel. So for me at the moment, we are still very clearly range bound. I can put another level in here right there. So we are moving sideways. There's absolutely nothing to indicate anything different at the moment. So we move strongly to the upside, and we've now been going sideways going into the election, and I expect that to continue. So the trade opportunities on this are far and few between. And let's just do this. So you can see yesterday was pretty much down day, and then sideways, and now we are sort of almost, let's just call it kind of sideways here. So my bias would be to stay in the channel moving to the upside, still looking for euro strength, dollar weakness at the moment. That is kind of what camp I'm sitting in at the moment. So we're looking for a break above 118.241. Come back, retest that area. Stop area is going to be down below here at 118.062 or 118.060, something like around there, just below these tails. Okay, so that's kind of the range that I'd be looking at the European Open. Nothing exciting, but that's what I have one eye on. Then if we look at the US dollar, Japanese yen, so you can see we had a pretty big move, and then we've been consolidating. We did bounce off this area as expected yesterday. So there we go there. Those were the two levels that we had in. Okay, and you can see we did reject those levels pretty spectacularly. Okay, so just look at the price action here. You've got inside bar, inside bar. So a break below that tail would have been an entry, stop above there, and that's given you the entry to the downside. Now, remember, I'm still looking for dollar weakness. So at the moment, I'm expecting more downside, but we are bottom of a flag or a channel. That's not going to help us. Okay, so that is our flag or our channel. And remember, the longer it goes on, the less likely it is to break. So at the moment, that is looking like we may find some support here, bounce back up. But then what I would do, just get this level, is be watching this area here. Okay, so 104.826. Pay attention to that area, because if that area is rejected, I would then expect us to push below this trend line here. Okay, so that's kind of the play that we've got there. The Euro Aussie dollar. So we've come back onto this area where we broke out from, and we are just hovering around here at the moment. So just want to maximize that. You can see that price action there. Nothing really exciting at the moment, but one thing's for sure, we are forming a triangle. So we are forming a triangle on a level. So we're looking for breakouts now, and as soon as we start breaking these fractals here, so this area here is of interest, 165.969. So in other words, 166 would be the area. So a break and retest of 166, that gives us the opportunity that this is moving back to the upside. Okay, so that is that at the moment. All depends what happens in Europe today. See whether that transpires or not, but pay attention to this, because a breakout either way is possible. The flip side of the coin is obviously a break to the downside here below 165.427. Then we need to switch our bias and wait for the retest and look for the short. So this retest of this level is critical at the moment. If we back below the level and retest and start bouncing, then that's failed. If we get above it, come back and test it and start moving up, then it has succeeded. Okay, and none of these tails have really, except for this one, has bounced off this level, but this level up here at 165,800 is still not being broken and tested. It's been broken, but it haven't found support on it. We need to flip that onto support. Okay, next pair is Aussie dollar, Canadian dollar. So you can see the trend is pretty clearly to the downside at the moment, but we do have a inverse head and shoulders here, which we are looking at. But just look at this price action here. We are rejecting this area here, and you can see we've come off this inside tail here on the 8-hour bar right there. Okay, so that's where we're bouncing off at the moment. Inside bar, it does not look very promising. So it's really looking like it's flipping into a wedge. And if you look at that sideways motion, nothing really worth trading at the moment. 1 hour trend is up. Remember, we have shoulder, head, shoulder here. Okay, and we have broken out and we've tested it there, and then we've just gone sideways. So I'd want to see us break above these tails here. So we need to get above 0.94 and come back and test it before looking at this again. But it still does look promising. Inverse head and shoulders still in play. Trend is still up. It was just these last couple of hours which doesn't look very promising. So just be cautious here. Tighten up your stops if you are in on this trade. I'd be below this swing low here. So you're just one swing low behind. Okay. And then just see if you do get a break above, that would be would more than likely validate the head and shoulder a little bit better than what it is at the moment. Okay, so pound Japanese yen. This thing is pretty much going nowhere. So you can see we up and below the moving average. We've rejected the moving average yesterday. And then we've got, so we had bearish price action there, then we've got bullish price action with these two inside bars. So at the moment, that's in a confused state, and in the hour you can see that. Okay, so are trending to the downside at the moment, back onto structure. I think I'll just stay away from this one. There's nothing really worth exploring there. Aussie dollar, US dollar. And this one is pretty much going sideways as well. We do have this bit of a channel that we're still holding, and I would expect this to move to the upside. Okay, and the key to all of this is going to be that trend line. It's fairly strong. You can see one touch there, multiple touches there, another touch there, and we're sort of floating in this zone at the moment. So if you get to the hour and you look at the mess that we've got to contend with here, pretty much sideways. You can't debate with that. That is sideways. It's probably nothing that's exciting me at the moment. I'm going to want to see us get above that high there. We get above this high of 0.71576 and come back and test it, which should coincide with the trend line here. Then I'll look at this pair. But at the moment, it's just going to stay on the watch list. I still think there is something here. So I just want to get a... I do believe there is something here. Okay. And this is what I'm actually looking at here. So you can see potential double bottom. There's a neckline for the double bottom. So a break above this area here, 0.72524, and a retest of it would validate a bigger move to the upside. But I think a little bit confused at the moment. So I'm going to want to see a breakout of this trend line. Break the trend line, test it, and swing. Then we can talk about it. Okay, pound Aussie dollar, and I can tell you right off the cuff that nothing's interesting me here. So let's just delete that noise there. And just look at that price action. So we've got a pin bar on a moving average, we've got a range bar on a moving average, and we've fallen. Oops, sorry about that. Knocked the mic over. So we've got a pin bar, we've got a range bar, and we've got another pin bar here, and it's in a triangle. So, let's just zoom back out. And that triangle is pretty much what we need to be paying attention to. There it is there. And I think you're going to see a lot of this happening going into the elections now. A lot of pairs that are just going to go straight into consolidation patterns until after the election. So this is not something that I want to be trading. Big up, big down, big confusion, triangle. If we do break the triangle to the upside, come back and test it. And I'm going to want to see a test of something like that. So I want to break above 182.938, or alternatively a break above 183.157. So that's a zone I want to see as clear. And then obviously to the downside, I need a close below these fractals. And you can just take the first fractal because it's already in a downtrend. This first fractal, close below that, stop above there, and you're looking for downside. And the downside that you'll be looking for will be around 181.914. But for me, I'm staying out of this. This is range bound. Stay far away from this one. Okay. Anyway, that's it for me today. It is going to stay like this. Yeah, pretty volatile. You're going to have up days, down days, and you're going to have up and down days, pretty much until the politicians have finished their dance. And then we're going to be playing the different dance of stimulus dance. And then we should find some direction in some pairs, but I think we're probably just going to have to take the scalps for now until we get some direction again. Anyway, hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you later. Cheers for now.